like to welcome everyone coming. This is the Share the Knowledge sessions put on by the Professional Numismatists Guild. The PNG is a dealer organization in existence from 1955 that has been working to set standards in the trade to protect coin people. When you do business, it's always wise to do business with a PNG member. We have on the panel, this is Jeff Garrett of Mid-American Coin, who's well-known, long time in numismatics, who's also on the A&A Board of Governors. Gary Adkins of Minnesota, who is the former president of the Professional Numismatists Guild. And we have Julian Leidman, who is out of Silver Springs, Maryland, who's been in business for, helped me when I was a young man, and he's still here plugging. And you have some of the best repositories of knowledge here to help you. I believe it's going to be an open forum. Gary will moderate it and lead you into it. We'd like to welcome you all. And there's lunch that's courtesy of the PNG. So thank you all for coming.
Thanks. That's David Lasso, by the way. David has his own business, Coin Television. Is it Coin Television? Is that correct? Yeah. So you might check that out sometimes. It's a great website. We'd like to welcome you here on behalf of the Professional Numismatists Guild. I'm not sure if you know, but there's thousands of coin dealers around the country. There's probably only around 270 or so members of the Professional Numismatists Guild. And membership requirements in the PNG are very strict. You have to have a minimum of 5 years in the coin business. You have to have a certain net worth. You have to pass a background check through the organization. And so we do what we can to, police our membership, and we're kind of hopefully somewhat of a self-regulatory agency in our organization. One of the things that we've stressed over the last few years here is consumer protection and education, and Jeff has been very involved in the education part of this thing, working on brochures for collectors, working with Whitman Publishing. He's now on the board of directors of the A&A. I don't know how they conned him into that, but anyway, he's taken on a new responsibility there. So what we try to do is provide information. If you go to our website, PNG website, it's pngdealers.com. There's a lot of great information on there as far as consumer protection. We have what we call our Collector's Bill of Rights, which is 10 items that we think that you should, if you're doing business with anybody, you should expect these items from whoever you do business with. Another service that we offer through PNG is binding arbitration. So if you are in a dispute with a PNG member, you don't have to be a PNG member to file a complaint, and then we review that complaint at our headquarters. Bob Brueggemann is our executive director, and Bob reviews those complaints, and I think we're successful probably 99% of the time in resolving those without going to arbitration. So Bob's pretty forceful on making sure our dealers are customer-oriented, I think. As David said, all of us have been around for, 100 years apiece, I think, in the coin business, and hopefully one of these days we're looking not too far distantly down the road for retirement. But
no, speak for yourself.
Okay, all right. Anyway, so what we're here today for is to see if we can answer any questions that you may have or concerns that you have about coins or coin collecting or paper money, whatever your interest is. We hope that we can answer some of those questions for you. And I brought along some brochures today. One is called The Pleasure of Coin Collecting. There's some great basic information in there. Another one is what you should know before you buy rare coins. And there's a lot of great tips in here too, how to protect yourself. As you know, there's a lot of, obviously on the floor out here today, there's a lot of great coin dealers, and there's a lot of raw coins out there. There's also a lot of certified coins. But if you're buying raw coins, that's, it's a matter of opinion to a certain degree what you're really buying there, so you want to protect yourself to some degree. One way to do that is to buy certified third-party graded coins. I think our last survey we did of the different grading, we asked all of our members to provide information on the grading, on what they feel are the most significant grading services and what's the service they offer and the quality of the service they offer. And that survey is also online at pngdealers.com if you have an interest in going there and looking at that. But, basically for the last years, the PCGS obviously kind of dominates the market, and then NGC is probably a real close second. But there are a lot of also other grading services out there that are what we call more commercial grading services, and so you want to be a little bit careful if you're buying coins that are in holders other than the main grading services. And again, that survey is online at pngdealers.com if you'd like to see that. So I don't know, Julian, you want to add anything, or you want to?
No, I just want to point out that Jeff is a former president of the PNG as well. And so, and as I said earlier, if you all have a question and we can't answer it, we'll get the answer for you.
Yeah, it's sort of, it's one of the lines what Gary's saying. It's like the coin collecting. I have a lot of clients, and most of the time, people are wanting to, asking questions and things about, because a lot of things with coins, it's not as simple as like looking at a catalog, what's the price, and there's a lot of nuances. And my, reason I do the books and the things I do with education is the more you can educate a client and the more people know about things, they, feel more confident about, putting your hard-earned money into something. And that's why we really, the basis for these seminars, and we've had a lot of different ones in different subjects, is to make you a better informed consumer. And I love coins. I do it. I've been doing it my whole life, and I live, eat, and breathe it. And these fellows here are pretty much the same way. And with all the experience we have, it's good to some subjects that come up can be controversial, or they can be complicated, and sometimes it just basic things that we take for granted. I've been doing it so long, I just assume everybody knows that. But when you talk to a lot of people, they really don't. And that's why I encourage people. You guys, everyone here today, is like, no matter what the subject is, if it's something that you think maybe is a stupid question, don't be afraid to ask it. We're really have a pretty broad range of expertise, and we'd like to just try to make you better informed, potential customers, and also people when when you go to sell your coins, you'll be happy that you did your homework in advance. That's what we're trying to help you do.
We'll open it up to questions here, but like Jeff was saying, we try to provide a lot of consumer information, and you can speak to any dealer. A lot of the dealers that are PNG members have banners on their tables that say PNG member. So if you stop at one of those members, and many of them are willing to provide the information and questions that you have, or things like that. So don't be afraid to stop and do that if you're down on the Bourse floor.